Even when I was a small child, I never liked the way I felt. I never did. Honestly, it might have been watching my father with his mental illness. Watching him and not knowing what was wrong with him, but seeing all the symptoms and seeing all of that as a young child. All those years I always felt alone, even though there was people all around me. I always felt lonely. I was looking for that hole in me to fill, and I thought drugs could fill that hole. My mental illness first came about when I was about 12 years old. And then as soon as I turned 18 and I started abusing meth, eventually it got to the point where I couldn't live without it. I ended up getting expelled for becoming violent with another student. The drugs became very heavy after I dropped out of high school. I've overdosed, ended up in hospitals. I've been in and out of institutions and psych wards so many times I can't even tell you. They gave me a number. There's probably 6 or 7 different places that were going to accept me. And I heard about Spirit Lake in Okoboji. Heard it was a beautiful area, and I love to go fishing. They said there's lakes up here. And so I came here, and ever since I've been here, things have just slowly gotten better.
He wanted something better. He really said he wanted to be in manufacturing. You know, we came out to Rosenboobs, did a tour of the place, and he really liked it and said he wanted to try this. I worked side by side with him, making sure that Mike felt comfortable in the environment, and over time, Mike just became stronger and stronger. Our supports became less and less.
My job experience here has been probably the best one I've ever had, because not only do I get to pay the bills because I have a job, but I'm looking towards retirement. I mean, I have good benefits.
The labor force around here is a good labor force, but it's just tapped out. There's really not as much availability of workers. Several of the candidates that we've worked with through Hope Haven are just so appreciative to have an opportunity and to be here. They're very positive and uplifting.
He's one of those people that always seems motivated, always wants to work hard, always wants to do a good job, and he doesn't always need the recognition. The only thing he wants to do is make himself better.
I was on Social Security disability, and I'm grateful for that because it kept me afloat while I needed the money. But I knew there was a better life, and I didn't want to rely on the government for a check.
He was very adamant from the very beginning that he wanted to be off benefits, he wanted to be gainfully employed, and he wanted to be completely independent. Yeah, he's a stand-up guy with a lot to give.
It definitely builds character to recover from an addiction. It makes you grateful for what you have every day, because most of us lost everything.
It's definitely very rewarding as well to know that we're not just giving somebody a paycheck, but we're giving them that opportunity to get their feet back on the ground and to make another life for themselves.
I'm a firm believer that a job will change a person's life forever. It puts tears in my eyes, really, to see what he's done.
I was so deep into the addiction and my mental illness that they thought I couldn't climb out of it. But God put his hand down and pulled me out of that hole. This life is just so much better, and I wouldn't give it up for anything.